Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a good one for you. We're a little bit behind the ball, but that's what work does to you. We're talking about pre-spawn, spawn, and post-spawn lures. So hang in there, it's going to be a good one. Alright guys, a good lure for the pre-spawn, post-spawn, and the spawn would be some kind of jig. This being a micro jig, I want to bring to your attention that it's a perch color, but a bluegill color. Also an excellent choice with your favorite sungill or black and blue, or just any kind of trailer, crawl trailer or paddle tail that has some kind of black and blue or perch sunfish color to it. They do not like the sunfish. The sunfish are their enemy during the spawn. They will destroy these. Sticking with that, the bladed jig. Again, this is a bluegill color. Okay. You know, cover in water, find them fish. Where are you going to find them fish? Well, and you don't have to use, let me reiterate. I like using smaller baits to start out with, but the larger baits are definitely going to tempt the bigger fish in the lake. So depending on how big your fish are in your lake will depend if you want to go with the small or medium-sized baits to find them, or if you're going to start out with the large. Where are you going to find these fish, guys? Up here, we're getting into the pre-spawn. I think maybe a few may be starting to make their beds by now. But they're coming off their wintering areas, so that means they're going to be heading to cover from the deep areas where they wintered. This could be your offshore points, rock piles, ledges, maybe a dock that goes out into deeper water but comes up shallow. Anywhere that they can come and stop as they're going to their flats to spawn. These flats will be usually protected by the wind. It could be up in a beginning of a creek channel where it's protected from the wind. It could be just a flat, like there's a lake I fished. It's just like the back end of the lake's like a flat with a creek channel coming in. I know they bed up in there a lot. We were talking, I think the deepest part of that flat's 5 feet and it goes up into inches of water. So these are places you want to look, maybe with a little bit of cover, maybe like a little rock pile or a stump. But nearby would be a place for the bed, but they're coming in shallow, folks. So what does that mean for us guys on the boat? Well, if you're on the boat, you don't want to be cruising up there with your trolling motor and all your electronics on pinging, because it's just going to spook them away. You're not going to get a chance. You want to stay back. You want to cast, long cast to these places, covering the water with, say, your chatterbait, your jig. You can pick them up on such things as a wacky rig once you find them. But you don't want to get up on them. You don't want to spook them. Guys on the bank, you want to be as stealthy and quiet as possible. You don't want to be stomping around, dropping your gear, running up on places that potentially like laydowns. Laydowns would be a good place to look for them. Docks, you don't want to be running up on them making all kinds of noise because you just spooked all your fish out. Once they're spooked, they're not going to hit. So keep that in mind, guys. Us bank anglers, we're going to parallel, make them long casts, cover that bank. Find them, tear them, break it down with, like, say, a jig or some of these other lures I'm going to show you. Okay, guys, moving on. Another good choice for the pre-spawn and the post-spawn, some kind of big swim bait. Now this is the new 5-inch mag draft. This is the Celeste color. It kind of has like a shad, maybe a blue herring look to it. You could also use the Bass Mafia. This has a nice pearlescent to it. It's more of a shad. This one is called the Violet Albino, or your hollow body swim baits. Okay, this color being Shadowlicious. You know, in the pre-spawn and the post-spawn, they're looking to feed up, they're hungry. The bigger baits are going to work out real well for you. So keep that in mind. Now, talking about that, they hate bluegills during the spawn. If you're down south, you guys have a lot of bigger fish, you know, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20 pounders. They hate bluegills. They're always raiding their nest. Guys, get a big bluegill out, swim bait like this, slow roll it past their beds. Excellent choice. This is a Savage Gear line through bluegill. I have it in 2 colors. Bluegill and the pumpkin seed. And it has that little orange. But you don't have to go with baits this big, okay? You can get smaller ones. But some kind of bluegill profile when they're on the bed. Guys, they're going to nip at the tail. A lot of times you're just going to feel tank. You don't want to set the hook. You just keep bringing it through real slow. You're going to piss that male off. That female's setting back off the nest a lot of times. That's the bigger fish of the two. She's going to say, I'm going to eliminate this bluegill, and she's just going to destroy it. So remember, don't go setting the hook and giving yourself away when you feel that little tink. You're going to fill her load up, reel down, swing into her. Okay, guys. Moving on. Another good bait for your pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn. We talked about this in the lizards, guys, and there it is. The pumpkin seed chartreuse tail. Guys, a lot of guys have been talking about this since my lizard video, but it's a true sleeper, but a true deadly little lure. It's the Zoom lizard with chartreuse tail. This is 6-inch lizard, okay? Absolutely deadly. Guys, you can run this Carolina rigged, you can run a Texas rigged. The way I used to run them is just straight exposed hook, no weight, cast it out as far as the lure would let me go. You know, again, fishing no shallows, those flats where I know they're spawning or they're coming off the spawn, you know, and they're just looking for a meal. Casting out as far as it'll take me. Technique was twitch, 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 and they just come unloaded for that. Now, sticking with the lizards, this is your Magnum 8-inch Zoom pumpkin seed lizard. Okay, another good choice for bigger fish, but I would take and get some Dip and Glow, chartreuse Dip and Glow, and then you got your pumpkin seed chartreuse lizard. Same deal, guys. You could Texas rig it, Carolina rig it, exposed hook like I used to do, and just twitch, twitch, twitch. You know, I can't tell you how many bass I've destroyed on the Zoom lizard. And they'll work year round, guys. It's not just post-spawn, pre-spawn. It's year round for those. Okay, guys, and then floating worm technique. Okay, methaliate. This is the Janitor by Crush City. But guys, the floating worm technique is a deadly, deadly pre-spawn, post-spawn, and I guess you could probably get them on the spawn too, but it's a deadly technique this time of the year in the spring. It's a, you know, you don't want to sleep on it. Get yourself Zoom trick worms or the Janitors, and we'll have a video on how to rig it. But the key is to just let it get out of sight. So if you know, as you cast it out, you want it to let it start to sink. just as you can't see it no more, you're going to twitch it. And it's going to make that worm wiggle and dart off. And it's going to get you some bites. It's going to cause the reaction strike. Okay, guys. Not last but not least, this lure, even this color has caught me so many big bass over the last few years, is the trusty Z-Man TRD. This being the perch color. The peanut butter and jelly color is a good one. Yoga pants is a good one if the water's muddy. Any type of panfish color, okay? This would obviously be in a clear water setting. But guys, throwing that net out there, dragging it along, get it hung up on something, give it a little twitch so that tail's up there. Pop it, drag it along. Deadly, deadly technique, guys. Where would I fish it? Again, where you know these fish are going to be. Stay, you know, points just off the flats, docks just off the flats, just around the mouth of the creek, lay downs that go out into deeper water, rock piles that may be there, you know, brush pile or something that might be there just off the bank that's access to that shallow flat, but it's in deeper water. These are excellent baits to clean them up on. And guys, like I said, there are so many lures that you can use during the pre-spawn, the post-spawn, and the spawn. You know, I just wanted to give you a few options. Make this video give you a few options. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Helps out the channel a tremendous amount. Doesn't cost you a thing. Just helps me bring more content to you guys like this. If you like this video, please smash the thumbs up button. That helps push this video out to more people that might find this content helpful, and helps the channel out again. Really appreciate it. And as always, guys, if there's something I forgot or something you want to add, please leave it in the comments below. You know, it's all about helping each other out. The more we learn, the better off we're going to be as fishermen. If you want to just say hello, leave it down in the comments below. Love to hear from you guys. So guys, hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.